Jeffrey Epstein wasn't just a wealthy financier. He was a convicted sex offender whose life became a symbol of how power, influence, and privilege can distort justice. He presented himself as a financial advisor to billionaires, despite having no clear academic credentials in finance and no public record of building major companies. Yet he surrounded himself with world leaders, tech CEOs, royalty, academics, and politicians. He owned properties in New York, Florida, New Mexico, Paris, and a private island in the U.S. Virgin Islands called Little St. James. Behind the luxury and elite connections was a long history of criminal allegations. In 2005, police in Palm Beach began investigating reports that Epstein had engaged in illegal activity involving a minor. Federal investigators later identified dozens of alleged victims. Court records describe a pattern where vulnerable young girls were approached with offers of money or massage work, which later escalated into abuse. Some were allegedly encouraged to bring others, expanding the operation. In 2008, Epstein pleaded guilty to state charges involving a minor and became a registered sex offender. The plea deal he received was widely criticized because it allowed him to avoid federal prosecution and serve a relatively short sentence with unusual privileges. After serving his time, he returned to elite social circles. In 2019, federal prosecutors in New York charged him again, this time with sex trafficking offenses. The indictment described a structured system that operated across multiple properties over several years. Before trial, Epstein was found dead in his jail cell. His death was officially ruled a suicide, but the circumstances fueled widespread public skepticism. His private island became a focal point of attention. Testimony and court documents describe it as one of the locations connected to misconduct. Flight logs and contact books showed he interacted with numerous high-profile figures. Names such as Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, Prince Andrew, and other public figures appeared in social or travel records connected to Epstein at various times. It is important to clarify that being mentioned in documents does not automatically imply criminal involvement. However, continued association after his 2008 conviction raised serious ethical questions. Ghislaine Maxwell, his close associate, was later convicted for helping recruit and groom underage girls for him. Evidence presented in court showed she played a significant role in facilitating introductions and maintaining the network around him. Together, they created an environment built on secrecy, access, and influence. After Epstein's death, public demand for transparency intensified. The Epstein Files, a massive collection of documents including emails, flight logs, financial records, and investigative material, were partially released following congressional action. Millions of pages became public, but many critics argued that redactions and delays left major questions unanswered. Officials stated they did not find verified evidence of a formal client list or confirmed blackmail scheme, though debate continues. Even without speculation, the confirmed facts are disturbing. A convicted sex offender maintained relationships with some of the most powerful individuals in the world. He negotiated an unusually lenient plea deal. He regained social access after conviction, and allegations continued until his final arrest. The Epstein story is not only about one individual. It highlights how systems of wealth and influence can fail to protect the vulnerable. It raises questions about accountability, transparency, and whether justice operates equally when power is involved. The files do not provide simple answers, but they do document a network of relationships and institutional failures that allowed serious misconduct to continue for years. That alone is enough to demand scrutiny.